it's Tanya Gabrielle, Wealth Astronumerologist, and welcome to your new moon in Aquarius astronumerology forecast. This new moon happens on January 28th at 12:07 a.m. in London, which is January 27th in the Americas. Now, it happens at 8 degrees in Aquarius, which really reinforces 2017 because the 17th year, number 17, also adds up to 8. So this is a very, very powerful new moon. It's the first new moon in the whole new, brand new 9-year cycle. And the whole date for this new moon on January 28th, 2017 adds up to 21, which represents the 21st century of truth. The truth shall set you free. Now, let's go back a little bit because 2 weeks ago we had an incredible full moon in Cancer. It was huge because it had a grand square, a cardinal grand cross that was activated. And this is a very intense energy. It's probably the most intense energy you can have in astrology. So there was a release of a lot of old energy, or a coming together of confronting of something that you needed to surrender to in terms of your past, so that you could be there fully to receive divine inspiration. So that cardinal grand cross on January 12th during that full moon had a T-square in it, and that T-square is activated again during this Aquarius new moon. So it's important to look at, it's between Uranus and Pluto and Jupiter. So that square between Uranus and Pluto that's been going on for a few years now is coming to a head in a different way now, with Jupiter expanding it and bringing the sense of learning through surrender to the divine. And Jupiter does expand everything, so it's making it a very intense moment this month as we walk through January's 11 gateway. January in 2017 is an 11 month, so there's a lot of recalibrating and new beginnings and standing in that gateway of initiation, of truth, and really, really looking closely. So this new moon, of course, is a new beginning. And so when we initiated the year with that full moon in Cancer, right, where the sun was in Capricorn, the moon was in Cancer, we began a period of time this year that's very radical, very fast-moving, totally unexpected shifts, deep transformation, which is Pluto, a lot of turbulence as well. There's an awakening aspect because of Uranus. And remember, Uranus rules Aquarius. This new moon is in Aquarius. And Uranus plays a huge role in 2017. So this new moon actually is a preview or an actual encapsulation of what this year is about. So major, major breakthroughs that lead to unprecedented shifts. But they're breakthroughs that are fast moving. They're not as slow going as they have been over the last few years. This is really like epic shifts that happen in a very short period of time. So it's a very exciting time, and it's a very exciting year. So what you want to do is trust and surrender to the flow of energy that is happening in your life right now, because it's really an extraordinary moment when we're entering the eclipse cycle in February now. And we have this new moon in Aquarius, and the eclipses, most of the eclipses this year are on the Leo-Aquarius axis. So Leo, the sign of stepping up into your gifts, stepping up and showing your gifts to the world. And Aquarius, which is about being totally original, forward-moving. It's the sign of brotherhood and sisterhood, the sign of totally tapping into who you are as a unique divine being. These two signs are now coming into play in a big way. And remember, we started 2017 with the moon in Aquarius. On the 31st of December, the moon went into Aquarius over New Year's Eve and into the new year, and throughout the 1st of January was in Aquarius. So Aquarius is the sign, and Uranus is, of course, the big planet that's activated all year long in major transits this year with Saturn and with Jupiter. So let's look at what happens right before this new moon, because on January 26th, the day before, the moon conjuncts Pluto. So it's activating that T-square again, right, that I just talked about. And so you're going to start feeling the intensity around that. And so then we move to the actual new moon. Now it has two harmonious transits. Both involve Jupiter and Uranus. And of course, Jupiter and Uranus form that powerful opposition all year long. So, like I said, Uranus is a huge part of the year. So Uranus, being the ruler of this new moon, right, is showing us what's to come. So you really, really want to watch during this new moon what's coming up for you, what's appearing in your life, because it'll be a major, major theme for 2017 and for your liberation, for your freedom, which is also what Uranus rules. So the first harmonious transit that happens is a triangle between Saturn, which is trine Uranus, this is most of the year as well, but then forms a sextile to Jupiter. So it's this triangle that's formed. And then the second transit is the conjunction between Mars, Venus, and Chiron. It's a stellium in Pisces that's squaring Saturn, and then Saturn sextiles Jupiter. This is such a huge invitation to explore and go out on a limb regarding your love, your romance, allowing healing to come through you, through Chiron, as you know, in a really powerful way, because Mars is involved as well. There's going to be a lot of fire. There may be even some volatility here, but you want to ultimately allow yourself to be healed through love, through interaction with others, right, who are your soul sisters and soul brothers. Aquarius is all about our sisterhood and brotherhood. So you want to grow through the inner relationship, through your sisters and brothers in your life, and take your loved ones seriously, right? This is very, very important. So you want to take your relationships to a level where you feel respect and you give respect. Saturn is all about respect. So that respect results in a great sense of gratitude, right, between you and the other, and wanting to expand on that beautiful level and to share your life with another on that level. Now, Venus is square Saturn, exactly square Saturn during this new moon. So this is amazing. It's at 24 degrees, the number of love, and Venus represents love and abundance. So you want to take your intimate, loving relationships more serious during this time, and you want to make sure you focus on abundance and career as well, because Saturn rules your vocation, your mission. Maybe it's that you need to break free from an existing relationship, right? Like totally break free. Or really look seriously at the patterns of that relationship. Take a fresh look. Aquarius is very much about a fresh look. And also, I'm going to tell you in a moment about Mars, which makes this even more about new beginnings. But take a fresh look at some of your relationships, any relationships. These are relationships in your life. How you relate to those people, and also how you relate to your finances, right? It's a really, really good time to reboot and recalibrate on those two themes. Now, let's talk about Mars for a moment, because Mars is at the very end of its cycle. It is at 29 degrees 50 minutes during this new moon, which means it's right at the very, very final degree of Pisces. And that's a critical degree, 29 degrees in any sign, very powerful degree. And within 2 hours of the exactitude of this new moon, Mars moves into Aries within 2 hours. This is a very, very important moment in the year, because it's beginning a new cycle, and Aries is the beginning of the zodiac, the first sign. It's a strong, courageous, assertive sign of action and total new beginnings. So we got this new moon, we got Mars in Aries. Mars is the first sign, right? Then we have also that Mars rules Aries. Mars is the ruler of that sign. So what an important moment to start fresh and take action. Finally, I want to just mention that with the numbers 8 and 17 activated in the numerology code, you really have the strength and courage right now to stay true to yourself, to stay on your path, and to really create shifts that are everlasting. 17 is the immortality number. 2017 is such an important year. It's a 10 universal year, new beginnings, instant manifestation. I'm calling it the year of money, miracles, and manifestation. So you want to step up as a leader in this year, and this is one of those moments where you can really recalibrate, really take responsibility for your life, for your happiness, for everything that goes on in your life. So it's a breakthrough moment. You have all the support you need. This is a fast-moving time that we're in right now. All of the year is like Uranus. When Uranus rules the year, things move fast and unexpectedly. So take advantage of those moments. Go with the flow. and you'll have an amazing breakthrough right before we enter eclipse cycle in February, which I can't wait to tell you about. I'm so excited about this year, as you can tell, and I can't wait to share everything about the eclipses coming up. Lots of love. Bye-bye for now.